from what I understood, that the guy from My Medics was out there plenty in Vegas. You know, golfing, mucking it up with these guys. So how wouldn't he know?
So when shit would show up unbilled without a PO or anything to someone's place of business, and guys would raise hell, right?
Yep.
Then what happens?
Well, that whole play, I learned through the PA. He told me when he showed up at his place that, you know, how it all played out. How you know, the doctor said, hey, hell no, I'm not paying for this. I don't take ownership to something I don't even use.
Right.
So it was funny to me how they could even try to throw it down somebody's throat and then act like it wasn't happening. And then on top of it, say, okay, we'll take it back, but we want a discount on it. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Because they had the guy in New York that was using it for other reasons, that he was putting it through at such a massive amount, they could always dump it back to him.
Who was that guy?
That's the guy that was always being taken on trips as well. Not out there. He's from New York. He's a urologist.
Who would that be?
I don't know. I give you it, but I don't even know. I just know he's a pretty busy urologist out of New York. I can tell you that. I'm sure the name was said, but I don't remember. But yeah, I'm thinking that's got to be the fall guy to where they dump stuff back to, if they get access, because he's doing so much, and I'm magically just thinking that they must be doing other things for this guy for them to allow him to just dump off whatever they don't use. That would be my thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, see, there's so much paid for other than sunshine. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, if enough guys listen to my podcast and I bring this up and mention the Three Stooges again and the doctors, maybe I can urge the feds to just go in there and bust it.
Well, at this point, if you keep putting one and one together, enough people that I've spoke to about it that have called me, because I haven't made phone calls out to people, but they've called me and said, hey, Mark, have you watched this podcast? I'm like, matter of fact, I have, and I find it to be amazingly spot on, and amazing that this person is putting it out there, and how these guys are sitting behind the screens scared because, you know, they're sitting listening to it and going, oh, there's nothing to this. This guy's full of shit. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a fraud. I mean, I read them all. I was cracking up. I'm like, well, they're nervous as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And they've alienated themselves to the point that I don't think even the doctors that are in bed with them, I think half of them have left them. I think they're nervous. But I think the poor people are so greedy that they think Vegas will never, ever fall apart, something never will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, I was there long enough to know that, you know, I've watched some of the craziest shit I think I've ever anticipated.
So what do you think happens if I name Corey Kent? Then what happens?
I don't think you need to. I just think you need to throw it out there. Because I think if you throw it out there, how I said, everybody that knows what you're talking about, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to make a kid with a guy, not a kid anymore, guy with, 7, 8 kids?
Uh-huh.
A little bit more nervous than you want to see. You might find somebody that's ready to chirp a little bit. You know, from the inside that has gotten payola, obviously. You know, these guys aren't doing this for nothing. I know sure shit he isn't.
Who's the one who takes him out to dinner and all? Who's the one who does the
Three Stooges.
The Three Stooges take out the docs?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's just anything goes, and catch me if you can, right?
That's how I take it. That's how I've watched it. I've watched it for years. You know, and at some point you would think something might set in, but I think they feel they're invincible, which I believe that's and that's fine. If that's the way they want to roll it.